Congressman Tim Griffin in with us, and welcome. Glad to have you, sir.
Thank you. Good to be here. Took my daughter to her first day of first grade today.
Good for you. You know,
huge day today.
Yeah, we were sharing pictures as well. We got kids pictures from our kiddos at school and everything. So it's that time of year.
The years it's incredible how they start just rolling by. And my wife and I were looking at our little 6-year-old, and we've got a 3-year-old too. So we're still able to live the semi-baby phase. But yeah, man, they go fast. They go real fast.
And so you're, got a break from D.C. for a while. You're going to be here in Arkansas for a while?
I'm here. I'm here until I go back. People talk about breaks, but it's never much of a break for me. You know, I tried to take a few days with my family last week, and I ended up working most of the time on the phone. My wife said I felt like I was a single parent. And I said, well, these emails and phone calls never stop coming. But so I find the best time to get downtown with my family, in particular, is on the weekend. These weeks are I'm pretty busy, and I'm here today, and I'm going to be all over the district the next few weeks, and so we're doing a little sweet tea deal over here at the courthouse, and have a little fun, drink some caffeine.
Yeah,
part of my daily caffeine regimen.
I hope you got some raspberry tea. That's my favorite.
I don't know. I don't know if we have any of that highfalutin stuff. I think it's probably sweet and unsweet.
There you go. Well, talking about listening to your constituents, what's the deal that you're hearing about the health care law? Because we just talked to some folks with the Arkansas Department of Health, and they're going to start doing these meetings. Mm-hmm. Each county. We had one over there in Cleburne County, and just trying to give folks information about Obamacare and try to answer a lot of questions. And I guess that's the key, is there's a lot of questions out there.
Yeah, the administration didn't even know the answer to some of the questions. So I believe we need health care reform. But not this one. And anybody that tells you it's either this way or no way, that's a false choice. I tell people, yes, we need to deal with pre-existing conditions. Yes, we need to deal with our system overall to maintain the quality, but have more access, reduce the cost, and put incentives in so that people have incentives to take care of themselves, wellness incentives and what have you. We need to do all that. But this top-down, Washington knows best, let us tell every state how to do it approach is not the way to go. I've done everything I can and continue to get rid of this or fix this, or not fix it and keep it, but fix it by getting rid of Obamacare and replace it with something that works. As long as its presence in the White House, it's going to be an incremental approach. We voted to repeal it, to defund it, to stomp on it, to revise it. What a lot of people don't know is that 7 of our 40 votes on Obamacare, President Obama actually signed into law. Our tweaks, repeals, defund of this slush fund, and get rid of the 1099 requirement and all these things, 7 of those President Obama has actually signed. So, and then the president delays the whole employer mandate for a year. Now, I don't think he had the legal authority to do it, so we passed a bill in the House to do it. But the bottom line is there's a growing recognition, even among Democrats, that this is not the way to go. We had 35 people join on my bill to delay the employer mandate a year. And there are 22 Democrats joined on Todd Young of Indiana's bill to delay the individual mandate for a year. So there's widespread recognition that this bill's not doing it.
Well, I just got a letter over the weekend from my health insurance company, and, of course, President Obama said, look, if you like your health care plan, you can keep it, but they told me as of, sometime in 2014, you're going to have to change it. It's going to be changed.
Yeah, you're going to pay a lot more. One or the other. A lot more money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Premiums are going up.
Yeah, they said something about, you could look into maybe getting something cheaper if that is available. If I mean, there's a big if there. So
Right.
Yep. So, well, this is it's frustrating for Arkansans. It's particularly a lot of folks that can't get answers. There's been a lot of talk about what happened to members of Congress, but we actually aren't getting exempted from Obamacare. Just the opposite. We're getting kicked off of the federal health insurance that every federal employee has. Like if you work at Corps of Engineers or whatever, we have the same insurance. It's not special congressional insurance. It's the same one. We're getting kicked out of that and into the Obamacare exchanges. If you're another type of federal employee, executive branch or whatever, you'll just keep yours. So there's like 2-point-something million federal employees. Congress and our staff are getting kicked off into the exchange, and I'm going to be getting back on my old Army insurance. So it actually will be, which I liked better than the federal. But it's affecting everybody's the bottom line.
And the premium, that's the key, right? They're going to cover 75% of the premium?
Yeah, but they already do that anyway. I mean, they cover it for federal employees. That's a benefit of, some employers do that. Some employers cover all of your health insurance. Some cover 50%, right. Whatever. With us, they're going to keep covering what they covered, but they're going to cover it in the Obamacare exchange. So instead of having maybe 10 choices under the federal employee plan, you'll have whatever's available on the exchange in Arkansas, which I think is like 4 or whatever. So, but I'm going to move. See, when I got to Congress, I wanted to keep my Army insurance that I pay through TRICARE Select is what it's called for reservists. It's where you pay, but it's a good deal if you're military. And I wanted to keep that. But if you're eligible for federal insurance, you can't keep it because they're just providing that to reservists who don't have another option. Right? Mm-hmm. So they kicked me out of it and put me in the federal plan. Now they're kicking me out of the federal plan and put me into the Obamacare exchange. So I'm gonna try to go back to what I had. My wife's like, man, this may be a blessing in disguise, but so we'll see. But it's just the idea that everybody's keeping what they wanted is what they had, or not going to be affected. That's just not true. A lot of people getting affected.
Shifting gears a little bit, I know you're in a hurry. I wanted to ask you real quick about Egypt and what's going on over there and the amount of money we're sending over. What are you hearing? Where do you stand on that whole thing?
Well, I've made it real clear for months that we should not be sending them military aid when there's so much chaos. Now, I made my initial statements prior to the stuff that has been happening. But this was a coup. There's been at least one coup, maybe 2. And under the law, that's a trigger. Now, the Obama administration is trying to define this as something other than a coup, which is legalese. I mean, it's just not. It is what it is. And we shouldn't be shipping more F-16s to these folks when there's blood in the streets over there. So I've been real clear on that, and I think more and more people are coming to that position. I saw several senators on TV Sunday saying, "Wait a minute, why are we a party to this?" So seems pretty straightforward to me.
Congressman Tim Griffin? Yeah, I know you got to run. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you very much.
Good visiting with you.